My name is Sean Steele, and I am the missioner for St Isidore Episcopal Church. And this is one of our communities. This is the Warrior Church. We started a couple of years ago out of a desire and a call to go to the margins and find people who they love God. They're looking for community. They look around and all the expressions of church, it doesn't fit for them. And so one of those groups of people that we realized that were feeling that way were people who had trauma, physical trauma in their body, particularly those that served our country, combat veterans. And that was part of my story. My father was a 2-tour combat veteran. And growing up, it wasn't that he didn't like God, he just didn't like church. He didn't like sitting in pews, he didn't like having crowds around him, he didn't like loud music and people talking at him. And so we didn't go a whole lot. I mean, we went every now and then, but we didn't go a whole lot because it wasn't physically comfortable. So we wondered, what would it look like if we could create a space that met people in their body where they were? And that was Warrior Church. It's a place where you can come with every bit of yourself, your fear, your doubt, the traumas that live in your body, and have a radically incarnational experience where you encounter other people that feel the same way. They're looking to exercise their demons, exercise their body, hear the word, pray together, eat together. And so we started with a little ragtag group of misfits, and now, as you saw, we've got a good group. We probably got about 40 people that come through Warrior Church. Any given Sunday, we'll have 20 to 25 people praying, exercising, loving each other, trying to get healthier and experience life.
I think the biggest lesson is just be part of something bigger than yourself, you know.
I don't know. My wife jokes and says I have secondhand PTSD and I see a lot of the symptoms, and this is like the perfect environment where I don't ever feel hypervigilant, or I don't ever worry. I'd come here and when they hit the chimes, it's like a totally different place.
Shane Hawthorne, U.S. Army. I served 4 tours in Afghanistan, 1 Iraq, but I work for a PTSD Foundation of America now, and met Mr. Sean Steele here at Warrior Church. I started out bringing I'd say about 3 or 4 gentlemen from Camp Hope, and it's grown. What it did for me was help me help other combat veterans who usually walk into a church and got that fear on them. It kind of eases them into it.
I like the fact that people are here, like I said, they're here for each other.
A fellowship of people that are all here because they're broken and they're trying to get fixed. Everybody here is a misfit. Everybody doesn't fit in some way. There's something wrong with them that they're trying to fix.
First, it helped me get a relationship back with my pops. That's first.
My name is Allie Keaton, and this is Amelia. And we've been in Warrior Church from the beginning. And it changed my life to the point of deciding to get baptized. And Amelia has really been a big help for the veterans and the people that come here that need to pet a dog and need to get the love. And I don't know where I'd be today if it wasn't for Warrior Church, because I needed faith and I needed Jesus in my life, and Warrior Church did that for me.
Mr. Sean and I had a vision because we were both touched by veterans in our families. My grandfather was a World War II pilot. My uncle was a B-52 pilot in the Air Force. So that transpired into what did I want to do when I was growing up. Service was not my calling, sadly, but I can serve in other ways, which is showing all the veterans that people do love them at home, and that we just want to show them that they're valued extremely high, and they're very, very valuable people. Just as Christ has taught us, everybody has high value and a beautiful spirit and soul, and we just want to share that with them and let them know that they're loved.
I think people are really recognizing that they are loved and beloved by God, that this Jesus that we proclaim, it is not a God who is far off, but a God who is near. A God that got in trouble by who he let in, not by who he kept out. A God who over and over again was saying, yes, you are beloved. You are made in my image. I want to be with you and I want to love you. And I see people in that moment where they recognize me too. They're here, and at some point in the worship they realize I am loved too. Like, I belong here. Like, there is a place at the table for me at Warrior Church. There is a place in this community for me. My story matters. My story is a part of God's story. And when that happens, when somebody feels that connection, then from then on out, man, you just see it in their life. You know,